Hi, good night everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I had promised my girlfriend Shamila a long while. She's now into the whole, basic makeup course or artistry, or whatever you want to call it. And oh, light isn't doing my face justice, but see what? She wanted me to do an eyebrow tutorial. So I'm gonna do an eyebrow tutorial for y'all tonight. Yes. Nicole, better known as Yanni Birdable, was like, you better call my name, eh? So, yeah, I'll call your name in this video, Nicole, and the other one. But we sidetracking here and we rambling. So let's go ahead and start on the eyebrows. So I'm first gonna take my eyebrow brush. I heard somebody say this was what? For your eyelashes, but I noticed for your eyebrow. I've tried to locate spoolies, but unfortunately every time I go in Pennywise they don't seem to have them. So I'm going to brush my eyebrow, you know, in the direction to get them in that. I usually wax my eyebrows, so I don't really have that much problem of shaping. But sometimes it's just want that pow look, that finish, right? So after this now, I use this product here, which is the Love Eyebrow Compact. It's in number 2 medium, as you can see there, right? And this is what it looks like. So you have the eyebrow, I guess you call it cream, and you have 2 shades of powder, the darker one and the lighter one, to use, right? And with this, I'm going to use this cream with my angle brush. This is the Color Brow Liner 504, right? Color brand is a very cheap brand that you can get most of your basic brushes from. You can find them in Pennywise and or Wonderful World. They are very affordable, and this is what I'm using. It's the Color Brow / Liner Brush 504. As you can see, it's here. Let me show you all, and let me pull back so you can see when I say color what I mean. And let me just put my hand behind here so you can see it properly, right? So yes, if you notice, the brush has an angle. It's stiff, but it is very soft still. It's soft stiff, for want of a better word. Anyways, rambling, let's get into the eyebrow. So I'm going to just apply some of the cream to the end of the brush, not to the entire brush, just to the end of the brush. And then what I would start to do, you would see me looking down, but I'm looking into a mirror here, and you would see what I'm doing here. So I'm going to just start by lining the brow to the bottom here, giving it the shape that I want. Right? And then I'm going to go on top and just lightly, it comes like you're tracing out what you want. And then you come down to the end. Right? Now don't worry about the mistakes, because you're going to be using some concealer, or you can also use your foundation to clean up. And then you take the same brush and go through lightly in short strokes to create that hair, like if you have short hairs, short hairs on your in your eyebrow. Please forgive me for the for the improper use of words, right? Now I hate to see people with this the eyebrow line that has come down here and cut there, and then you just look like angry people. Yeah, I hate to see that. So as you can see, the brow starts to take shape. And of course, some people like to go closer in here to get a darker look. I don't. You know, I like it that your eyebrow looks defined and well done, but not as if you're looking like Oscar's sister. But I will also show you now, even for me, this is still too dark. What I will show you next, or in the process of the video, is how to get that look, that lightness, but you have that defined eyebrow. Okay? So we're gonna go in now down here. Notice the angle I'm holding the brush at. I'm just gonna do some light strokes. Light strokes to fill in where, you know, the hair, because I have very coarse hair and my hair don't lie down on my eyebrows, as you can see. So I have to, you know, this helps keep the hair down. Yes. Right? So we're gonna go and right. So we have this eyebrow done, as you can see. And now we're gonna do this side. Now, sometimes you will encounter problems with your left side if it is your right hander. So let's give it a let's give it a try on this side. So again, you're gonna take your brush and line the base of the eyebrow. Now my eyebrows are shaped, but sometimes I don't like that peak look that you get at the tip of the eyebrow, right? And like I said, don't worry about any mess. See, like here, don't worry about that. The concealer will help to define that. I get trouble with my left side. I'm not perfect, but we all with practice get through to get that perfect look. Now, as you can see, as I told you, the right eyebrow, perfect. You always have that trouble child. This one, the left side. But I'm going to show you how you could clean that up and not get any issues with it. So again, we're going to go through with some light strokes, right? And if you want, you can just use your finger to just help just guide you along. As you can see bottom here, excess came off on the brush, right? But like I said, don't worry about that. We're gonna fix the problem. Just go in and take a little more on my brush. Now as you can see, neat, not neat. Neat, not neat. But we're gonna fix it that it looks just like this one. Right? So what we're gonna do now, I hardly use the powder in this. I mostly use the wax. Yes, it's called a wax. Yes. It's the wax. I hardly use the powder. So I'm going to use some of the powder on the brush, same brush, and try to darken where you're seeing that waxiness from the eyebrow wax. Please excuse me for lack of proper terminology. Please, please, please don't hold me ransom. Right? So you bring down the tail here and the peak. And on this side I'm just going to extend it a little bit as well. Because your eyebrows are supposed to come down to the point of where your eyes end here. Right? On both sides. So you could also use the brush, as a marker and a guideline. Right? So we're going to continue going into the short strokes. Right? And there we have it. So, however, as you can see, like I said, this one does not lie down as well as this one. It still looks very neat and nice. Somehow, this one always gives me a bit more pressure. Did they say last child is killing mother? Well, I can't say this is the last child, but this is the last eyebrow working on, and it's killing me. Right? So that's that. Just gonna go back in on this side and darken the front just a smidgen with some of the powder. Right? Now you cannot bring it past, as they say, it's not supposed to pass here in your nose. Right? Here and here in your nose. But to me, this makes me look like I'm being angry. And we don't want that. So now we're going to go in with the concealer. And we're going to do some cleaning up. Right? So you're going to use the same brush. And you're going to clean off your brush with the excess wax. Right? And I use this concealer, the LA Girl Pro Concealer, High Definition. And this color is in pure beige. Right, so as you can see, it's in pure beige. Right? So normally this comes with a brush to the tip, and you could just brush it on there. I don't do that because I find it tends to be a little messy. So what I do, I squeeze up some product and I put it on the same brush, angle brush. Right? And then we're gonna go in and clean up. Right? So you'll see me looking down, but I'm just looking into the mirror here. Right? And we're gonna now what this does, it also helps with, if it is you didn't get a chance to shave or wax your eyebrows, it also helps hide any of those stray hairs to the bottom here. It also helps with those stray hairs and concealing it. So you don't really get that. It neatens the eyebrow. Right? Now some people also choose to go on top. Right? Then I'm going to use another brush. This brush is a no-name brush, but it does the job well. It's a flat tip brush. And then I'm going to use that to help blend in help blend in the concealer. Now this might take some time to blend in depending on the product and as well as okay, apparently my camera is doing its own madness and cutting off, so this will come up and being into the third video that I'm completing with this, right? So I'm still at the point where I put the concealer on my eyes, and as you can see, it creates a nice highlight color here for you. Now what you can do just to warm it up a bit, you know, use your finger to loosen it up, you know, and get it to blend in or to get into the creases in your eye to help the eyeshadow adhere. Nice, so notice the difference. So we're gonna do the next side now. Please excuse me for my sniffling, my sinus is a bit on the up and up. Right, so now we're going into the next side. Now also, instead of using your brush in this angle, you can also use it like this, right, and go along the line. Now remember we had some messiness here that we wanted to clean up. We're gonna clean up that now, right? So we're gonna use the brush on the flat side to draw down the product and to blend it in with the rest of the skin. But we're cleaning up as we go along. Alright, we're cleaning up as we go along. Now sometimes you might accidentally put more product over your pencil or your wax. That's quite okay. You can just go back in and clean and fill as you desire. Right? I'm sorry, I was off camera there for a while. I'm very sorry. Right? Now, some people like to see the long liners come down here to give it that shadow effect. I don't like that. And what you can do to help lighten up the front of your eyebrow, just go in with some concealer, whatever is remaining on the brush. It helps lighten up the front of the brow and helps alleviate that angry look, right? We're almost finished now, right? So we're gonna help eliminate the front of the brow or lighten it up, clean off the excess product on your brush, right? And then we're gonna work it in. And we're working it in small strokes. And we're also gonna do this side. Sorry about that, my battery just said I have 15 more minutes battery life. But we're gonna ignore that. We need to accomplish something here, right? Now, sometimes your eyebrows don't always come out perfect. So what you can do is just make sure you take your finger, right, or some of your concealer that you use for your normal skin and just, you know, rub your finger in the direction of the eyebrows to help with that. But my favorite trick is to get your eyebrows looking so light and not as heavy. Like I tell you, help me here. Please forgive me for want of a better word. I usually take some of my, I'm using my powder sasha. Please excuse the condition of it. Right? Use the brush, powder brush. This is also by Color. It doesn't have a number on it it doesn't have a number on it, sorry. And you pass it over the eyebrow. Very lightly and gently, you pass it over the eyebrow. What this does is help mattify the wax, and it sort of helps set it, but it lightens up the look quite a bit. Right? As you can see. And there you have it. Your eyebrows are finished. This is how